do 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 do. That's right. I'm not classy enough to have actual music, so I've got to make my own. So yeah, sorry. Last second setup because I'm using this whole StreamYard thing again, and it's different than my usual stuff. So you'll forgive me if I make some mistakes. You're gonna notice I have headphones on. It's because we have a guest today. I know. So couple things. Let's see here. We'll get on topic in a minute, but I'm gonna introduce our guest. And how to put this? You've probably seen our guest in chat occasionally if you're paying attention on the live streams, but never this way. So we're gonna bring the guest on. Hello, guest.
Hello there.
Who is you?
I'm good. How are you?
No, I said, who is you?
Oh, who is I? I am Chibi Faith. I am Bentley's fiance. My real name is Jocelyn, but yeah, you can call me Chibi Faith. And I love this fish nerd.
So we kind of, for the guys who've been watching and stuff, you guys know that I'm getting married in a few days. So we kind of wanted to do something fun and special for a short period of time. I don't know. It might be more frequent depending on how folks like, but might have my lady occasionally join us. And Chibi Faith is her streaming profile because she does game streaming. And that's her like little avatar there, which is super cute. Anyway, so last stream I said that, and let me bring up the thing specifically. I said if you put in this hashtag and you were in the replay crew, aka you left a comment on the video, guys, don't spam chat yet, you would get entered for a special drawing for the replay crew. So I've collected all that stuff, and we will hop over to this bad boy, bonk, and we're gonna roll the winner live. So you can see I've just picked the live stream, told it, hey, this is the thing. I had to enter in a thing here to grab the comments. There were a total of 50 comments that actually had the correct hashtag. So we're going to pick a winner, and then I'll contact that person later. But I thought I would do it live here on stream. So let's do this thing. Frank, congratulations. So I'll go reach out to Frank after this is done. And then, Matt, just need to pop this back over this way. We'll hide this bad boy. We'll get back to chat. Okay. Unless you're like real fast and can get that video and do it. So you technically can't. I purposely picked a hashtag because that in YouTube auto flags all the comments. So I have to go through and approve every single comment that has the hashtag AGS. And I only did that so that I would like be really deliberate about knowing like how many people were paying attention. So yeah. Congrats, Frank. Change your name to Brian and all should be square. So you might not know, but like multiple Brians won the giveaways last week that we did. And apparently there were several people who were like, I'm going to change my name to Brian now. Okay, so our topic is what's coming in 2023 for my aquariums. Kind of, you know, how a lot of people look into the future and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But while we have my wife to be, my lovely lady, as someone in chat is correcting me that apparently my lady's not enough. I respect your game. I respect your game, chat. What would you like to see in the aquariums in the house? Because you kind of put up with my psychotic fish habit.
This is very true.
I know that we know you're a big fan of the noodles.
Ah, yes.
So the Danger Needle team is, if I were to say, like, you can kind of have whatever interesting thing in the house, what would you want? Is it like your own little tank with mini noodles? Is it more danger noodles? Is it helping aquascape a tank? What do you got?
Ooh, I would love if we got everything done to do like a big pond of danger noodles.
Okay.
I that's something I would definitely be very interested in. Also, just help with aquascaping. It's very I love aquascaping. It's so pretty.
Hmm. Somebody's asking if we paid the $69 marriage fee.
Heck
Absolutely.
yeah, we did.
I had to get my packet in order to get married, and I did that way ahead of time. So I have this like packet of paper I have to take in when we go to the Ye courthouse on
Saturday. Holy
Saturday.
cannoli.
Yeah, geez. To get filled out by a judge that says we're all official and stuff. Woo! This is actually a good question. I'll answer this in the background. This is from Nabokov fan, who's a regular. What is one tank that you would want for me to completely remove and or fix? And if it's fix what?
Hmm. I I don't know. I love all the tanks in the house. Okay, so let me tell you guys a story. Okay, I'll explain this really quick. So Bentley gives me a call and is like, "I want to get back into fish," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were into fish. That's really cool." And I didn't realize how much he was into fish. And you know, 6 years later, here we are with a whole bunch of fish tanks that I've fallen absolutely in love with. And they're just so peaceful and calm and, just I don't know. I just fallen in love with fish because of Bentley.
I did it, chat. I did it.
Like I never seen uh, a danger noodle before and I fell in love with danger noodle and I was just like, I got I gotta support this fish.
So okay. I think I actually can answer that question in partial. So when we go into the room where the guppies are,
Hmm.
right? And then the two racks, there's the one that's got the angelfish and the other one that we've been working on. Between those two, there's that tank that's basically empty now, right?
Hmm.
That is basically just almost nothing in it except for a ton of blackbeard algae, which I know you like blackbeard algae,
Hmm.
but I think you want it to be more. If you were doing a blackbeard algae tank, because we've talked about this and something you're interested in is having a like blackbeard algae aquascape,
Oh yeah, that's true.
you would want it more controlled. So maybe it would be that we would take that tank down and replace it with something different.
Hmm.
So that might be the one we would remove, is that 29-gallon that sits there, and turn it into something different.
I just want a blackbeard algae tree. Is that so much to ask for?
Just a tree.
I just want like a tree with like some like grass like leaf blades on the bottom and just have like a big black tree in the center.
So I'll put this in so that you can see it. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. So in regards to what you're talking about, Caitlin is asking, was I this into fish when we met, or has the tank count slowly increased?
Oh, the tank count slowly increased, but I just was on it for the ride, I guess. And I was just like, ooh, fishies. Ooh, another fish. Oh my God, another fish. Honey, another fish. Honey, did you go to the store today and pick up a new friend? Yes. An algae eater. Uh huh. What else? A rainbow fish. Of course you did.
Yeah. So to answer more directly, like before we ever met, when I was a kid, up until basically when I got into college, I kept fish in my family home where I grew up, and we had a number of fish tanks, and it slowly kind of dwindled down over time. But my members of my family kind of always had fish tanks. Like my aunt for a while had, it's kind of like her house used to be kind of like mine, whereas like fish tanks all over the place. Uh, and then a couple rooms that were more fish tanks than the rest of the rooms, but there's kind of like almost a fish tank in almost every major room. And then when this is very early into when we were dating, I think we'd been dating maybe 3 months
Yeah,
or
that sounds
so.
about
Does that
right.
sound about right?
Yeah.
When I was like, hey, I'm going to get back into fish. And originally I thought I'm only going to do this like little flex behind me in one big tank, because I love big tanks. And yeah, I was lying to myself because I should know better. Whenever I get into any hobby, I don't go just like dip your toes in. I jump like neck deep to start. And that's been a number of different hobbies that I've done over the course of my life, whether it's things like playing Magic the Gathering, for example, or other card games I've played. I've gotten like super deep into them. And, you know, I don't necessarily play them all anymore. I only really play one, but when I was into them, I was super into them. I spent a ton of time, got really devoted, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, the psychosis should basically be assumed with me. Chat's having a ball. I think chat's actually enjoying. We'll respond to this one. Yes, I do play MTG Arena a little bit. So yeah, Johnny, you can message me. I'll give you like my information.
It's yeah. Have fun with that.
It's kind of the only Magic I play right now. Like normally, I prefer playing a really specific format that's multiplayer, and I have a couple of groups of friends that I enjoy playing with. But pandemic like really screwed that up. So
Oh, what's my passion?
yeah,
Um,
that's a good one.
yeah, I love writing music and I love macro photography and streaming video games. That's what I do.
So yeah, so right now, especially, you're doing a lot of video game streaming.
Hmm.
You stream almost every night. Very rarely do you not stream on a night, and
Hmm.
a lot of Nintendo Switch.
I
So
have a lot of
if
Nintendo titles.
if you're in a Nintendo Switch, um, but there's also stuff like we've got set up. So we're upgrading her computer right now, and that'll allow her to go back to doing some music composition too, which is another big thing for her. And then
Mhm.
whenever I can get the garage fish room done, we'll set up a small photography studio in one of the former rooms that had fish, and she can do more of her photography stuff.
Oh, what's my favorite game right now? Definitely
Yes.
Pokemon. Definitely Pokemon Violet. I've been sinking so many hours into Pokemon Violet. I actually play competitively and I go to tournaments. So I want to get in the Masters. I know that sounds so nerdy. Sorry.
So I have one question for you.
Sure.
Um, that I think for the non game nerds, the fish nerds that are present, of the fish that you've seen in the house so far,
Mm.
what is your favorite of all the fish?
You know, I have to go with the guppies. Just seeing that guppy mansion is just, I'm always in awe of just how many little ones are in there and just like the whole, every, it's so amusing how many generations are in that tank, you know? It's just like the history, the beauty, the even the aquascaping that you got in there too, like how it looks very very natural in there. It's just one of my favorite
Hmm.
tanks to just go in there and look and like just watch for a while.
But I think as soon as we can build some kind of larger noodle farm, you'll be way more interested in that.
Oh yeah, I'll be feeding noodles all day.
But the real question is, will you be able to get over the feeling, the slimy feeling of their body, and actually go in and pet them?
I I will conquer that feeling. I will conquer that feeling and take care of that.
uh, just to answer you there, Jeff, my voice might sound slightly different because of how I'm piping my microphone into StreamYard. There's a background piece of software to help remove some of the natural noise in my room, from like fan, or if my dog randomly whines, or if the fish tank, whatever, because I was busy working on some other stuff and didn't get time to properly do my water change, so it's a little loud. But yeah, so there's some software that might make my voice sound slightly different. Plus, it's also going through that different software than my normal software. That could mess with the audio quality a little bit.
Oh,
Hopefully
that's
not too much though.
question. What's my current Pokemon team? Let's see. Well, I have Tatsugiri, I have Glabora, I have Indeedee, I have Mousehold, and then I have 2 slots left for who I want to baton pass into.
Raphael has a great comment that I think kind of goes with your earlier statement about how I not so slowly built up the number of fish tanks in the house. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't that slow. It's just like Pokemon and fish keeping. You also want to collect them all. It's absolutely true.
Yes, like all the rainbow fish. I just gotta collect all the digital Pokemon. It's okay.
Oh man. So yeah, somebody likes you a lot. First live chat and showing, can your lovely wife be a regular guest?
Oh,
Not wife yet.
Good of you.
But
We're gonna be wife.
Got a few more days. Soon. Yeah, that'll depend because also she streams too, so there's some timing stuff that has to happen in there. But so we'll try to work that out. It just kind of depends. It's also making sure we have a topic that we can both talk on, right? Because sometimes I try to do educational topics to start the live stream, and that might be
I wouldn't know
a whole lot of quiet time. It might not be this,
and I would just be going, That's really fascinating, honey. Wow.
Yes, fish things. I see. Now, so the other things that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, honey.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I just learned so much from you, just from our normal talks, just about fish and just how much I've grown to love fish, and it's become kind of a passion of mine too to make sure that they're okay and everything. So
I'm glad you've enjoyed that stuff because, like, obviously, like, I'm a psycho for it. So, like, the things that, other than we do have a plan to build you a tank, right? Mm-hmm. And not necessarily the bigger tank for the Danger Noodle farm, if you will, or slight Danger Noodle mansion. I'm not sure. That'll probably require the space in the garage to get the proper size tank I want to do. But we are building you a tank. So I think that's one of my goals in 2023 is getting your tank built relatively soon. Mm-hmm. We have the 2 new tanks that are going up right now, right? You're going to help me aquascape one of them.
Yes, I am.
And then the other one is kind of a secret.
Ooh.
As far as like what we're doing with it. You and I have talked about it.
Oh, that's right. We have. Sorry.
She actually knows like what the plan is. But it'll be some testing ground at first, and we'll see whether things are true or not. And then afterward, we'll convert it, and we'll probably put something interesting in that. We talked about potentially the fish going in that tank could potentially be like hand selecting the best of the guppy mansion and putting them in there to try and like really focus in on only the absolute best fish that come out of the guppy colony, which it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest, because the difference is like
minuscule.
Tiny. They're tiny.
Like they're looking for that shiny teacup.
This is so great.
Sorry.
Danger Noodle Fart Reclamation Center for Wiggly Pasta.
Yes, I love it. We need a donation like right now for this center.
God. But we've also talked about how for your tank, the tank we're going to do for you, whether we do like a Blackbeard algae scape or not, which I know that Kelly is like, keep your Blackbeard algae away from me, but a lot of people were really interested when I talked about this at one point, how that was the thing that you had in your head is the thing I want to do.
Well, it just sounds interesting, and plus, I think black moss looks cool, and or blackbeard algae looks cool, and I just need to find a fish that'll look good with it and won't eat the algae.
Well, so we talked about it once, and I think I think it would work well. Would be doing coolie loaches,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and you could also do shrimp because shrimp will just feed off of the stuff that grows on top of the algae surface. They won't actually really eat the Blackbeard algae.
Ah,
Normally, I'm in that boat. I don't necessarily like having Blackbeard algae, but some people love it.
okay,
This is
Bob.
also this is a good one. We'll let this
Okay,
go.
so I have one answer for this, and one answer alone because of our history together. He is Snorlax. He is the god Pokemon.
Snorlax is my boy.
We've had many of arguments of Snorlax, but I've been proven wrong many a times about said Snorlax, unfortunately.
It should be noted I play like almost no Pokemon. So yeah,
But
my
you know
knowledge
who
of
Snorlax
Pokemon
is,
is
though.
well, of course, I played the first game, and it was my favorite Pokemon in the very first game.
Gotta wake your butt up with a flute. No, thank you. Anyone
Eh,
got a flute? Oh my god, we got Pokemon nerds in here. Yes,
yeah,
I love
some
it.
you've got some crossover. It happens from time to time. It's not impossible.
How did we meet? Do you want to tell that story?
Uh,
I
online
mean, I'm fine.
casually. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh, well, see, there's this site called Craigslist, and before another president took that section down, we met in the personal section of Craigslist, and so I know classy, right? Super classy, but I
When you really get her laughing, that's what happens.
I snort a lot. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, I had gone through kind of a bad breakup, and I it was like a month to kind of recollect myself and figure out like what are the things that I need in my life to be happy. And then I signed up for like a couple of random online things, and they all sucked. And I used to use Craigslist a ton for finding all sorts of random things, like whether it was like trying to find people selling magic cards or what have you. Um, and so I finally was just like, let's just see what happens. Um, and the first, I think it was 5 people contacted me. Were all very nice gentlemen, but not things that I was into. That doesn't float my boat. But I said very much thank you for the compliments. I appreciate the saying hi, but no thanks. And eventually we we started emailing back and forth talking about mostly video games.
hmm
And yeah, I mean, it's not really that different than most of the dating apps in the grand scheme of things. The only difference is we talked a lot through email and eventually swapped phone numbers and texted a lot before we ever kind of met in person.
You didn't have to pay for their services.
Yeah, also, you don't have to pay for those things back then, but there are other people who used to use those for other things, and that's why things got shut down
hmm
when you're not being honest about stuff.
hmm
And then should we talk about like our first couple dates because I think
Yes,
they're kind of hilarious.
let's. Okay, I've come to the acceptance stage of our first 5 stages of grief of our first couple dates. So go ahead.
Okay, so um, our first date was super simple. I picked her up from her work, and we were just going to come to my house, have dinner, and like watch a movie and just chat. Simple, easy peasy, totally relaxed. No, the very like no pressure. You don't have to like get all dolled up or anything like that. Although you kind of did some,
I did
and
a little. I had
I
a little
just
bit of
I just looked
pressure.
like a hobo that walked off of my job.
You were wearing your plaid shirt and your khakis like you always do.
Like every other day.
Yup.
I'm so boring.
I love you
So
though.
we drove through traffic and talked a little bit, and then at the time, this is where it gets funny. I had a friend who was struggling to find a place to live, so I had a friend staying with me, and he was basically couch surfing, and was like, okay, well, we can go use my computer, and we can, because we both like anime. I was like, oh, we'll just go watch some anime online because I can't watch it on my like ancient TV that I used to have at the time. So we go to my room and set a couple of chairs here, basically like right where I normally stream from. And on my main monitor, we were trying to watch some anime. And I swear, like every 5 minutes, my buddy is like knocking on the door for whatever reason he had in his head. And in the back of my mind, I'm going like, this gal is never going to want to see me again after this because this idiot won't quit knocking on the door and bugging us when we're just trying to like relax, watch some anime, and chat and get to know each other in person. Thanks, man. You're the best. What a wingman. But thankfully, I was armed with an important weapon. Want to talk about that one, honey?
Uh, well, I was enjoying myself and I had a certain beverage. What was that beverage here again? It was scotch.
So I was celebrating 4 years working at Microsoft at the time, and I had bought myself a very very nice bottle of Macallan 18-year Scotch, which at the time was like a $300 bottle of Scotch. And I showed her this, and I basically only barely broke it open and said that, hey, if you ever come hang out, you're welcome to have a glass. And so she had a glass. We each had a glass. We're sitting there watching. Somebody asked what was our first anime we watched together, which is Food Wars.
Yep.
Because she hadn't seen Food Wars, and I was like only halfway through the first season. So we watched some Food Wars together because that show's hilarious. And anyway, so she drinks it and she's like, "Oh, can I have another?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" You know, and enjoying it a bit. And I finally like she asking for another, and I finally go, "You might want to slow down a little bit. You've had like a third of the bottle, and it's kind of expensive."
I felt so bad. I was like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry." I thought he was not going to want to see me again because I drink too much of his scotch.
So yeah, we watched anime, had some booze, and then eventually it was like getting a little late. I think you were working the weekends at that point, weren't you? You had a
Yeah.
weekend shift, so it was like, hey, you got to get home and get to sleep so that you can go to work. So I hadn't drank very much, so it was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop drinking at this point. We watched like one more episode because I was barely finishing like my first little glass, which is not very much. And then it was like, okay, we'll drive you home, get you home safe, and thanks for the time. Sorry that my friend is trying to like get in the room like every 10 to 15 minutes. Hope you had a nice night. And she was super embarrassed about drinking a bunch of my booze. So at least in that regard, I scored the second date off her being embarrassed about all the alcohol. And then the second date, this is at the tail end of like September, so the weather's still nice. And we went to get some teriyaki and just eat on my back deck, which deck is kind of a like loose term. It's more of a like uncovered porch, if anything else. And I was walking down the steps to go so I could just sit instead of kind of jumping down. on the edge of the deck, and we were just kind of looking at the kind of sunset and having some food. And I forgot, like brain dead idiot, that there's a divot on the end of my stairs on one side of the stairs, and I stepped directly into it and rolled my ankle really bad,
Oh, that's
and just collapsed basically. And I had worried like I tore a tendon because I've done that in the past, and I couldn't put any weight on my foot at all. I could barely get up from where I had fell on the ground and get myself like up onto the deck at least. I was screaming in pain. And my roommate at the time apparently didn't hear me, despite screaming at like the top of my lungs in pain. So thankfully, Jocelyn went inside to find my roommate to get him to call 911 to get an ambulance because I couldn't walk on my foot at all to get to a car or drive. So here I am, date number 2 after get the secondary pity date because you drank too much booze, and then I basically caused myself like the most horrific high ankle sprain known to man, and ended up in the ER, injured. But you were a sweetheart. You rode along with me in the ambulance, and eventually my
mhm.
buddy took you home
Yep.
while they were finishing like getting me wrapped up and getting me crutches and stuff so that I could then go home and not move anywhere for like 4 days because I
Yeah.
could not put anything on that foot at all.
And then after that, we went on another date, and that's our story.
So yeah, that's how things started. Fun, right?
We've had many adventures together, though.
So with that, that's my lady and I's early story.
Mhm.
Now, my dear,
Yes.
are you ready? Are you ready for
Huh?
this? Chat.
What?
Do you hear that? Do you hear that noise? That noise do be it be a Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Fishmas!
Hello.
Hello! How are you guys?
We're
A
great. How are you?
fantastic Santa.
Oh,
I love that
man.
sweater.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. But yes, Bentley, I am very excited to be here. And thank you so much for having me, especially with your lovely lady.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, so nice to meet you. I love your streaming channel. I must say, Santa, it's very cold up here in the north, and there's nothing to do but watch YouTube. So you two are a very huge source of entertainment and knowledge, and I cannot thank you enough, both of you, especially
Thank you.
for having me on. And I brought a bag of gifts.
Ooh,
Yes, to give away to your wonderful fans here.
Yay.
sweet.
Oh man, Bentley, would you like? Do you need help from an elf sharing any images or giveaway tools?
I have the giveaway tool. I think I
Okay,
forgot the image,
I
but
have the image right up here.
beauty.
Let me click this.
It's all yours, Santa. Work your magic.
Ooh, perfect. Here
Ooh.
we are. So
Oh.
our first giveaway is an aquarium co-op $100 gift card, uh, donated. It doesn't say who it was donated by. Maybe it was donated by Aquarium Co-op. I'm not sure, but I do want to thank our
Could
donators.
very well be the coop themselves.
Yes, you know Corey. That's actually how I found you. Was your interview with Corey?
Oh, no
I was
joke.
obsessed, I was obsessed with Aquarium Co-op, so my YouTube algorithm was like, "Hey, here's an interview with Corey," and that's actually how I found you. So
Oh, wow. Small world, huh?
yes, and our second giveaway is our one and only Lady Rorschach has donated 2 tier beaded fish necklace with a pair of accompany beaded memory wire bracelets, retail value of $50, and she will ship to the U.S. or Canada. I cannot
Ooh.
um, thank Lady Rorschach enough for all the things that she has donated to the Fish Fam Christmas. Her gifts are divine, and I highly suggest going to her Etsy shop and visiting. But for our I will stop sharing, just allow you to put up the giveaway tool for the first giveaway, the $100 aquarium gift card.
All right.
What would you
Let's
like the hashtag to be?
gonna do some things and some stuff. We're gonna put this thing in here. We're gonna do hashtag Coop Moss.
Oh, I
Coupon.
like it. I like it.
So we'll be getting some collections.
I do believe you have to enter the
Yep.
hashtag.
Yep. Because I'm a dummy.
You're lucky you're cute.
I mean, I would definitely agree with that.
That's being very kind. Hashtag Coop Moss.
Well, you didn't end up with a lump of coal in your stocking, so you're very
No,
kind.
I just had a corgi butt in my face during most of my.
That's the best. That's the best way to spend your holiday.
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, on the end of butts, that's the highest butt. Little heart butt, little corgi heart butt. I have a friend who is obsessed with corgis, so much so that now Facebook thinks I'm obsessed with corgis. So I just share and tag him in corgi cuteness.
Oh yeah, I get all sorts of stuff from a number of different people, and it's funny how you see certain things that you would think like, oh, maybe that's unique to that dog, and it's like, no, all corgis do these things. All corgis are little adorable psychos.
Yep,
but they're so wonderful. They have so much character.
Yes, especially the corgi twerking videos.
Oh my
I get those
god!
at least one or twice a week.
Our
So
corgi twerks when he pulls on his rope.
Yeah, so anytime he's trying to play tug of war, there is a very strong twerk action that's going on from that boy.
oh my goodness,
It's
that's the cutest.
it is something else. But also the fact that he loves, like, he'll jump up, but it's not like he'll jump up and like sit there face to face like most dogs. No, he immediately spins around and tries to sit like right here on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
So just puts his butt right in my face. It's like, thanks, son.
And the best is,
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah, let me make a few laps. Like, is this good? No. Okay, another butt pass. Is this good? No. Let me stick my butt here. Like 5 times your butt's in my face. Just sit down.
Oh, so how long do we want to give folks to enter? Santa? How generous are you?
I am quite, because you are such an extra. I cannot express in words how much you have helped me, not only with my fish but also my plants. So we will give it a few extra minutes. I do have to go by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you are by far one of the most knowledgeable and helpful YouTubers out here, and I cannot thank you enough for giving away your knowledge for free. It is too much, and you and many other YouTubers, too many to thank, have helped me be a success here at the North Pole.
I will say it's amazing that the effort that you and a number of other elves have put together in order to do this, and the number of streamers that have participated. Like, I'm kind of just like in for the ride for fun, but like so many people are putting in so much effort, and it's so wonderful.
That's me. That's where when I was asked to be a Santa, I'm like, okay, is there anything I need to do? Just show up. So that's what I've been doing, and everyone.
You must be holly. You must be jolly.
Yes. Rosy cheek. I pinched my cheeks really hard before I came on. But the Fish Fam committee, I truly have to thank, because they set up all the scheduling and donations, and they have all the receipts. And it's just earlier in this evening, I had a problem, and it was fixed in minutes. And I cannot thank. Yeah, the response time. Yeah, response time with Fish Fam Christmas is, it's it's lightning fast. It's almost aquarium co-op fast. I'll put it like that.
They are quick.
Yes, and
Right.
it looks like Tommy G has put. Was one of the. Sam has gotten in it. Anybody else? Brennan with Misfit Reptiles and Quacks got in. let's give it here another 30 seconds for people
It's
to
100 American pesos.
yeah.
That's a lot of co-op dollars.
And they just released a new polo shirt.
Yeah, and they got that new dad hat too. I
Yeah.
looked at that for a little bit, and I was like, I need a little more flash in my hats. I'm too boring everywhere else. I gotta have some flash somewhere. It's gonna be in the hat. That's all I got.
Yep, I noticed you a few streams back, or actually it might have been a few months back now, but a Lansing Lugnuts hat. And I remember just coming onto a stream being like, Lugnuts! Lugnuts! I went to Michigan State University in East Lansing.
Oh, sweet.
So we would always, head over to the games and take advantage of their beer specials and drink specials.
Heck
And,
yeah.
Nice.
and
Dude,
it-
they have one of the funnier mascots. Like there's so many great ones in minor league baseball, right? Just because it's become the norm that it's like you have kind of a goofy, funny mascot and you have fun with it. And I love that part of minor league baseball. And there's a few like more traditional teams, don't get me wrong. But slowly collecting, like I have to do another big set of purchases here soon where I pick up a few new hats of some of the ones I haven't hit. Like I have to get the Savannah Bananas just because they're such a hilarious team.
my gosh. My wife always brings her photos. Look at this.
But I will say, let me see here. Because I know I saw him earlier. There we go. I keep this on my desk. I just have it slightly out of reach. I keep this wrapped on purpose to protect it. But these, my trash pandas, man, they're always going to be my eternal favorite. Just because any team that allows people to vote
Oh
or what their team's going to become, and it's kind of right around when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, and they voted Trash Pandas because it's Rocket City,
no. Right.
so they got the Trash Pandas, and they just we're in, and the marketing team just went hog wild, and I was like, any team that accepts what is kind of a joke name and runs with it, but makes it cool,
Exactly.
I'm giving you some money.
Just leans into it.
Absolutely. You lead to the meme. I love it. You're taking some of my money. I'm getting a hat at a bare minimum.
So awesome. All right. I haven't seen one for 2 seconds. So let's go ahead.
Well, last second edition there.
Oh,
Aquatic Addiction. Got in time. All right, ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Any screen name that has addiction in it, I love it because there's always someone that does a stream mouth break. Fish Fam Christmas. I think up in the right hand corner, draw again because Fish Fam Christmas was helping people.
Yeah.
Say that up in the right hand corner there is a draw.
Rigged. Quick, change your name to Brian.
Shut up. We're gonna spin again. Let's see who gets it. Jenny! Nice. Jen, you have won a $100 gift card to Aquarium Co-op. If you could please email fishfamchristmas@gmail.com and send over they'll have your email and they'll be able to email it over to you. But if you could also take a video of what you purchased from Aquarium Co-op and do an unboxing and also send that video to fishfamchristmas@gmail.com, we'd really appreciate it so much. Congratulations, Jen. Yay! Jen, you're so awesome.
Congratulations.
There we go.
All right.
Set up. All right. So now.
Perfect. Yes. Now we have the beaded bracelets, 2-tier beaded necklace with accompanying bracelets, I should say, from donated by Lady Rorschach. So what would you like?
Jewel.
Ooh. What was that?
Freshwater jewel.
Freshwater jewel.
Oh, that's so long. So long.
I know.
FWJ? Hashtag.
Yeah, we can do FWJ.
Yeah, for
It's a
freshwater.
little easier. All right, so let me get this up there. Put this up for an extra reminder. It's going to be hashtag FWJ for sweet jewelry from Lady Roar.
Yay! Oh my goodness. So now, besides a bottle of scotch,
Uh-oh.
what would you like me to bring you next Christmas?
Oh.
What's on your and your ladies uh wedding registry, I should say.
Mm.
Ah, we can do
Aquarium
both.
or non-aquarium related.
Ladies first.
Uh, well, I hope for next year to maybe get um maybe just a new camera,
Ooh,
just with a really nice macro lens. I know we have a lot of lenses like that, but one specifically for like really small objects.
okay. Very nice, very nice. Yes, the macro lens. There was a macro lens kit in the Fish Fam giveaway. I forgot who won it,
Oh,
but
Ooh.
yes, there was a gimbal setup and a
ooh,
macro lens because let alone with fishies, nano fish and little baby corridors and everything like that. I want to be able to take little things like that. But
right?
oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Ah, that's on my wish list too. Bentley, yours?
Mm. I'm gonna have to go with specifically a fish. One fish because it's actually getting it's sounding like the few people that had these in captivity have lost a lot of them, and it's to a point of where we don't know if the breeding groups in Europe exist anymore, and that is the Glossolepis maculosus.
Ooh, and
I know
that
exactly what that is.
I was about to say, I'm a little in the dark. Now, is that in the rainbow family?
Yeah, so that's the
Okay,
spotted rainbow.
okay.
If
Ooh,
we were to do some cheating,
Cheating. Searching ain't cheating.
how dare you? Oh, that's
Ooh.
beautiful.
these guys.
Oh, I think you've shown them to me before. They are beautiful.
I had eggs of these at one point, and I lost them all,
Oh,
No.
and I was very much the sad. Now Lucas of LRB has them currently,
Ooh.
so hopefully in his new, he did a fish room tour pretty recently. If folks didn't watch that, it's kind of interesting what he's doing and some choices he's making to go kind of like supernatural with all the stuff he's doing and limiting equipment stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's to what we know, and I bet if Mike Standby is still here in chat, he could confirm. I've talked to a number of people I trust here in the States, and we think that the German breeding group that used to exist is no longer
Oh
with
no.
us, and that like everybody in Germany lost this fish,
Oh
which
man.
means that it's kind of whoever has them here, and then there are some being actively bred in Australia by a few really good people. The problem is getting fish out of Australia. It's actually probably less of a hassle to fly to Australia and bring them back yourself.
Tell me about it. As my sleigh gets hassled all the time. I'm
It's
sorry.
it's kind of wild. So I'm hoping that some folks have some success in the upcoming year, and maybe I get an opportunity to keep that fish again,
Nice.
because I could not get mine past the super fragile early hatch stage. I lost them all within a week of hatching, and I was very sad.
Now, is this a fish infamous for that being very sensitive in that first stage of life?
They're a little more sensitive than some of the other rainbows. I mean, most rainbows are pretty sensitive in that first like week or two post
Right.
hatch, because they don't really have a yolk sac at all when they hatch. So you have to be feeding them right away. And because of where they sit, very top water, you have to feed really specific foods. And sometimes they might not get to that food, and sometimes they will. So you're kind of playing with a number of different games there to make sure that you're getting them what they need. But they're a super, super pretty fish, and hopefully we can either get them into some other breeders' hands, or like if Lucas has some success and we see him go like to somebody like Gary or Marcel or one of the other people who are just really, really good with rainbows,
Right.
to help speed that process up.
Be wonderful.
Hopefully.
And that's what makes me really respect people, or really like blows my mind when people are like, "Oh, I had rainbow fish and I found a baby. A baby grew up in the tank." Like, like it survived. Like these massive sharks swimming around
Yeah,
constantly looking for food, and you like somehow dodged every single. It's like
dude,
that
they're so
lottery,
tiny they can be ninjas sometimes. Don't
right?
forget, folks. FWJ Freshwater Jewelry, beautiful, beautiful jewelry by Lady Rorschach. Maybe you have a lady fish keeper in your life, or maybe you just like to be a little more fancy than Bentley. Bentley doesn't wear very, very much. Maybe you're a little more fanciful than I am. Turn it into an ornament on your Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Lots
Very
of options. Just decorate a fish tank with it. You know, just beside, have a little hook on your fish tank rack. Just put it there for decoration.
right.
Beautiful handmade stuff by Lady Roar, because Lady Roar is awesome.
Yes, she is so supportive of every single stream I've ever seen her in, and especially of my stream too.
She's wonderful, and I have to like track her down in person because I have heard through the grapevine that she lives here in the Great Northwest.
Ooh, yes. I think she was talking about going to Fishtoberfest this year.
Fantastic.
And I think I've been trying, well, I've been screaming from the rooftop Keystone Clash, which super excited for you to be a speaker there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be there as well. Ah!
I have to book my airfare here pretty soon,
Oh yeah.
because I just like having it so far in advance booked that I don't
Yep.
have to worry about it.
I guess I'll
Um,
allow you guys to, have Bentley for a bit. I'm just teasing, honey.
I'm sorry. I'm gushing over Bentley. Speaking of which, we should probably do the giveaway because Santa's got a skedat. I want to stay and hang out because you guys are so awesome. But we'll give it here another 10 seconds. I think it gives. Um, I think that's the StreamYard delay is 10 to 30 seconds or something like that. But anybody who wants in, enter hashtag FWJ one last time.
yes, we did say Keystone Clash, Keystone Clash. It's like
Keystone
we
Clash.
summoned you.
Ha 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 ha. Yes.
Kelly, I know that I'm
So
the
much fun.
questionable speaker. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I guess Kelly's gonna. No, Kelly's gonna be there because a speaker too. Yeah, the lineup is Dance Fish, Bentley, Kelly. Oh my gosh. John and Lisa, or I think it's just John. Maybe it's John and Lisa. Hudson
I
Park
hope
Fishing
Lisa
Company.
comes, but I know John. I think John's the one speaking, but I hope
Right,
Lisa does come too.
right. But I mean, yeah, hand in hand.
Mhm.
Two peas in a pot. So yeah, I cannot wait. And I think Andres. Can't remember. Santa Brain. There's too many names on my list. All right, but hey, we've given it 10 seconds. Let's draw for the necklace and bracelet. Good luck, everybody. Here
Drum roll, please.
we go. Triple A. Another addiction.
We'll
So
keep
many
feeding that
addictions.
addiction. Don't you worry.
Yes, so many
We're
addictions.
gonna upgrade you from amateur here to journeyman pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. Confident aquatic addiction. But AAA, please email fishfam christmas@gmail.com with your name and address. Also, please, I forgot to tell Jen you to this, but please put in Bentley and your giveaway that you won in the subject line to help ease things along. But we just need your shipping information and we'll get this out to you right away. Thank you so much. Oh, and if you could take a video of the unboxing of the necklace and bracelet, that would be very much appreciated, and send it in. So, Bentley, you guys have been so great. This is always a treat to speak to you, and I can't wait to see you in September.
Dude,
Ah!
I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of people I know that are in the area that haven't been able to go to some of the stuff like Triple Crown or whatever, and I've had a small barrage of people that are super excited, and that makes me just as jacked because I love getting to meet people that I've seen in chat or in live streams, wherever it may be, in the comment section, whatever the heck it may be.
Right.
So I'm going to be probably spending a ludicrous amount of time just babbling with people, and I'm so excited for it.
Yay!
I can't wait.
All right, guys, I got to get back to the North Pole.
All right. Have a great night.
Bye, Santa.
See ya.
Just kicked him out of here. All right. So we have a few last minutes now that we've sent Santa on his way to keep spreading the holly jolly feelings around. Got other streamers doing stuff. Let's see. We got any other fun questions in chat? Oh, that's an interesting one. This is from Andrew. Does Blackbeard algae mean my aquarium is cycled? Usually, if you're growing algae, you're probably to the point of where you're relatively cycled, especially a more advanced algae like Blackbeard, as opposed to, like, say, green dust. So more than likely, yes.
Oh, Raphael, I'm actually just using my Samsung phone, which has a 100 times zoom on it, which is really nice. It also gets some nice macro shots, but I'm honestly just using my phone right now. But we do have equipment. I need to get used to using a bigger camera. Oh, and thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. You're very sweet. Super chat. Congrats on your upcoming nuptials.
Thank
It's
you.
very sweet of you. Got one from Luke, which Luke I've met a couple times. So Luke went to Triple Crown. Luke was at Fishtoberfest, and I've met Luke and his lady before when they came up to, like, randomly visit the co-op. Just happened to be a day I randomly went in too. So
Oh, wow.
I've met Luke a few times. Really good dude. I said, what manga or anime series are we following?
Well, I just had to start watching the new Fruits Basket series, so like the reanimated version. So poor guy.
I've seen
Like,
the original. I've seen the original though, and I like the original. And it's nice that they brought back, with one exception, the original voice cast.
yeah, pretty much.
It's only like one character. We do like. I don't think there's anything we keep up like super up to date on. So we're both kind of lazy in that we prefer dubs over subs. I know. You can get angry now, but we've watched. Some of our favorites to watch are things like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Food Wars. She loves Fruits Basket, and a lot of like slice of life type stuff. I'm trying to think what else we've watched together.
We watched Cowboy Bebop, which is classic, of course.
Classic anime. There's something. What did you had me watch something? It's been like a year now. It's an isekai. What were you saying?
Sayuki?
No. We watched parts of that, but we didn't watch too much of it. No. The slime one. What the heck is the name of that thing?
My Life is a Slime, something like that.
Yeah, it's like so I got turned into a slime or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great anime.
We watched the first series. I mean, it's totally like a lot of other isekais, so like Sword Art Online, etc. But it's a fun and comedic approach to it. It's very fun.
No, I don't wear baseball caps because I do not look good in them. But I love getting him baseball caps though, to add to his very large collection of hats.
All right, Luke was at the other Fishtoberfest. My bad. Do you know if any local meetups or clubs besides GSAS? I'd like to get more involved in the local fish community, but GSAS meets kind of late. Yeah, so there was a club called North Sound Aquarium Society, but they kind of dissolved because it was really hard to get volunteers to help run all the stuff. There used to be some swap meets, but the the pandemic kind of ruined a lot of that stuff. So basically, it's kind of like GSAS, and if Aquarium Co-op does any of their like in-person kind of stuff, which is really infrequent, we probably need something, some wing of like whether it's GSAS or some other small group or something that does something that's more weekend oriented and better for those who don't want to go at like late at night on a Tuesday to a fish club meeting. I've tried a couple times in the past to push on GSAS to be like, hey, maybe we should like reevaluate these Tuesday meeting things. We might get better attendance if we did it on like, I don't know, a Saturday. And yeah, those have all fallen on deaf ears. It's part of why I'm no longer trying to be a board member there. Oh, Lord. Oh, Luke is suggesting if we like Food Wars, we should watch Yakitate Japan.
Ooh.
But is it as ridiculous? Then we got other anime suggestions of Ascendance of a Bookworm. Have not seen that yet. Trying to think what I've watched that you didn't watch recently. You wouldn't consider it anime, but like we both really love the Castlevania animated series. And same with Legend of Vox Machina, which they're both kind of nerdy, but they're US based series. But they definitely have a more like Asian influence art style, right? So they definitely have a more manga influence their art styles.
You just want to watch so you can tell your reactions together now.
Oh no. So we had joked at one point, and we made all sorts of silly names for like if we did a joint YouTube channel where we would either like do, you know, like dumb Reddit stories, if you've ever heard about like malicious compliance or things like that, or like reactions to stuff. We talked about doing some of that stuff. It's a little hard just because time, right? And now that, especially with Milady being on doing her game streams and stuff, so it eats up a bunch of our time. It makes it a little time, but we'll have to check that show out. Maybe we'll make some like small dumb thing somewhere to watch.
We
That
should
all
do a You Laugh, You Lose, where your people send in clips and we laugh at them, or we try to not laugh at them and we give out a prize.
that feels so unfair. I laugh at like the stupidest, simplest things. So
I know.
I laugh at myself
Me
constantly because
too.
I'm an idiot.
Aw. But
Welcome to our
Milady, though.
relationship. We laugh at each other a lot. So yeah, one thing I will say for those in the replay crew and for the folks here present, if you are enjoying having my lady present and would like to, just kind of maybe have this happen every so often, let me know. Let me know in the comments or chat. You've been pretty good about this. A lot of people have really been enjoying stuff. Yeah, could do YouTube shorts of just like reactions. Although it wouldn't be like fish content, so I almost feel like it'd have to be like a separate channel. I don't know. Anyway, I try to focus. Because otherwise, if I don't focus, I'm gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be a nightmare. Let me ask you this a quick fish question. I'll give you $20 if you watch the melon reaction and don't laugh. All right, shoot me an email, Luke. I'll watch it. I'll probably end up laughing because I'm a dope. So Andrew Miller, can you do 5 neon tetras and 2 cardinal tetras? Yes, and they actually will kind of shoal together. I've had mixed cardinals and neons from fish that I've adopted from folks in the past, back when I used to kind of like actively be a big softie and go adopt people's fish when they were having trouble or like moving or something. And they will move together, including like black neon tetras will do the same thing. So regular neons, black neons, and cardinals, even though they're different size, different coloration, different species, they'll all kind of intermix in a little like tetra school. They won't like do super tight schooling like a rummy nose would, but they'll shoal together and stay together, and they'll exist in a tank just fine together. So you can totally do that if like you have 5 neon tetras and somebody's like got 2 cardinals, or maybe you've got a couple cardinals left and somebody's got 5 neon tetras, like, I don't want my tank anymore. Will you take my fish? Totally put them all together and you'll be okay. So 2023, we're coming to an end. We're gonna end stream here. Let's just ask one final thing. What has been the best part of your 2022? You still there,
Best part?
sweetie?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry about
Making
that.
sure. What's been your best part of 2022?
I honestly think when you asked me to marry you
Oh,
and getting my stream up and everything, but like when you asked me, it was very sweet. It was very relaxed, very simple. It was just perfect. So he proposed to me after my stream, and I was just like, oh my God, like I was in tears and everything.
so I had originally planned the PC that's currently like becoming her upgrade. It's getting I sent it to a PC shop to do some service on it because I wasn't sure I had time to do it right, and I wanted to get it done soon. My goal was originally to get it serviced and then in the case put the ring box and see how long it took her to realize it was there. Because we have these I'll take it off. But we have these like silicone rings that we got temporarily. So you can kind of see. Whoop, it's just a little easy peasy silicone ring that are super cheap, right? I mean, I think they were like $30 a piece or whatever, and there's designs and colors, all sorts of cool stuff like that. So we did that as a temporary, so that because we knew we were going to get married and do all this stuff, so we'd have something. But I had already custom built this, custom ordered from a jeweler in California, this really beautiful ring, and I had it, but I hadn't let her onto her because I wanted it to be a big surprise. So I was trying to figure out some way to kind of sneak attack, if you will, and do something interesting. And then in the end, it was like, I'll just do this simple and relaxed and make it easy and not something too crazy. Just because we have enough craziness with our dogs. So we might as well just chill out a little bit on it. And we knew the wedding was coming up, and I wanted to show her that the ring had actually shown up because like she'd seen the renders and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like it was a surprise that this ring was being built. But yeah,
It's a beautiful ring, but it's just, I'm so excited.
and nervous and anxious.
Yes,
and
and. I don't think I'll hit Dudley yet until like guests start showing up, to be honest.
It'll be day of, and then I'll panic all over the place. Yeah.
I'll be getting my hair done. I'll be panicking in a corner, like, why did I choose this decision? What have I done?
John, thank you so much for the $20 super chat with nothing. No, Andrew. It's not 3D printed. So the ones that I'm wearing, and Jocelyn has one too, are just silicone. And they come from a company that you can find on like Amazon and stuff like that called Knot Theory. And they have all sorts of designs and colors and all sorts of, there's tons of stuff you can do to kind of semi-customize it. Some that look more like real metal, some that have a little more interesting and flash to them. Like I don't know if I can actually get this to show. Let me move my microphone a little bit, but on mine, will you focus?
Kind of, sort of.
Not really.
So it has the waves of like the Japanese painting.
It's a shame that I won't focus. I'll take like a oh, somebody said Mr. Kim sneak attack.
Oh, thank you, Regina. I really appreciate that.
But yeah, so mine just has like Japanese style waves on it, but I kept it a darker color, kind of like titanium, because if I was to do any kind of normal metal ring, I would do titanium. Just because I like the more subdued look. I'm not a big flashy guy when it comes to jewelry and things like that. Where hers is like this cool metallic purple. She loves the color purple, and it's very pretty. And then her actual ring, I went to a custom jeweler, so it's made it's rose gold with a purple sapphire. Not since I changed machines.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'll put up pictures on the community tab for those who care. But this very purposeful. It means a lot to kind of our mutual gaming interests and stuff that's very precious to us and it's part of our what makes us us. So yeah. All right. With
So
that being said, we should probably Kim's gonna be in. That was such a good show. I can't wait for him to be for the guy who played Mr. Kim to be Uncle Iroh in the live action Avatar. I hope that is good. I really hope it is. Anyway, we've gone plenty long. You have your stream to do soon, and we need to get dinner.
yes.
So, everybody, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Again, let me know if you go back and like replay the stream in the comments just real fast. What do you think? Do you want to see my lady a little more often? You're like, nah, we didn't even talk about fish. Screw that nonsense. Whatever. I'll take whatever feedback you want.
I so hate you.
I think it was quite. There's lots of positivity and love in the chat comments. So I think you'd be okay.
Of course. I'm just teasing.
Anyway, gang, thank you all so much for showing up. And as always, stay awesome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.